happy day one of Vlogmas, although today is the... Ooh, right on the screen. Well, it's Sunday. I finished my hat last night and I found this pom-pom that I had in my craft cupboard and it's attached to a ribbon, so I just tied the ribbon on the inside. Yes. Oh wait, I need to put it on. Ooh. Oh, how cozy, cozy. Ta-da! As I said in my vlogs, my vlog down yesterday, which was yesterday for me, I did nothing yesterday in order to complete this hat. I'm just doing my suitcase, getting all the necessary travel items in the bag, and I'm gonna leave for the train soon. I might pick up a sandwich on the way because we do not have enough stuff for sandwiches. I hope I packed enough projects. Needles, need the needles for my advent. Tea advents packed away. Each one is a different day, and they have brewing instructions somewhere that tells you how to brew it. But I like very weak tea, so I will not be following these instructions, and I will be letting them steep for a short time. And then all of these ones are my yarn. I've got the needles too. I pulled out 3.5mm, even though the pattern calls for 4. I know my tension is loose, and I know that I don't want something too loose and too floppy, so I want to try and keep to the gauge of the pattern. And I'm not going to swatch for a blanket. I mean, if I really hated it and I'd done a corner, I would pull it out and do it again. That would not be a disaster. I'm not bringing extra needles, so that is my little advent project in my beautiful, is it Eldenwood craft? Eldenwood. Absolutely beautiful. Oh wait, it's got the label on. eldenwoodcraft.co.uk. Yeah. I really love this bag. I love this fabric. I love that it feels very autumnal but also very wintry, and it's a canvas fabric, so it is sturdy. It doesn't need any foamy interfacing, and it just stays quite nicely, and I can roll it down if I want to make it a bucket, and it's quite a small size. It's not one of her bigger bags, but for me, I can get more than one project in there. I like to shove my projects in really densely. I don't like to have them with too much room because I travel a lot, so I really like to, you know, obviously that is one project, but also with teas, and I could get snacks in there and my project notes and my notions bag. So I quite like a project bag at this size. And the really good thing about this fabric is it's a little bit of a grubby colour, which means you can't see when it's grubby. Yay! So anyway, in the suitcase that goes. Panicked that I don't have enough projects, so I've just chucked in, let's just quickly chuck in just one extra skein just in case, by, isn't this Stray Cat yarns, Stray Cat socks. Joyeux Noël. Joyeux Noël. Fabulous. Okay, those are going in. Just to be on the safe side, you know what I mean. You just in case. And if I don't fancy knitting, I can just wind those by hand, and that's just, look, that's an hour of winding. That's just a little cheeky hour activity, just in case. And happy Monday, last day today of November. Tomorrow's December. Just talking to my phone on the street like a crazy person. I got home quite nicely yesterday to London to my dad's, and he made me a roast chicken supper, which was very nice indeed. And now I'm just making my way to see my friend, although I am horrifically early. And these are the fancy houses. Ooh. So yeah, we're going to go for a lovely walk and just catch up quickly before we go in for our first day, which is cleaning day. Me clean. Oh. That's what they think. I'm not very good cleaning in general, so this could be interesting. Oh, these are the gardens that I really like. If you've seen Notting Hill, the film with Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant in London, where the fancy houses are, they have these gardens, these like walled, gated gardens that no one's allowed in except the residents. Anyway, they've got quite a few of them in Knightsbridge, and they are very well maintained and absolutely beautiful. Not necessarily at this time of year, of course. I'll have to give you a sock update later. I did manage the whole leg of the sock on the train. I'm on the heel now, feeling very smug and proud of myself. I will catch up with you later, and fingers crossed the Harrods Christmas tree is up. I really hope it's up, because they do have good trees, Christmas trees, and very good windows. Retail windows are very nice at Christmas time. So I'll see you soon. Those secret gardens. How lovely is that? They've got a lovely Christmas tree, and how sweet. Oh, there's definitely some magical tea parties happening there this evening.
Good evening. Boy, am I glad to be home. Not too worse for wear either. Oh, that was a good day. And I managed some cleaning, actually. I did a good amount. Mostly thread winding, because those tails can get very unruly very quickly. I'm prepped for tomorrow. I've got my tea, which is organic white tea with cinnamon, cocoa, coconut and lychee. Day number 1. And I got my yarn. Oh my god. I've got my needles and my project bag. What I might do actually is read the pattern. I haven't even bought the pattern that I'm going to use. I might buy that tonight and read it. And I genuinely cannot even remember what colour this is. I only wound it a few days ago. That was the beauty of winding 6 skeins at once. It's completely gone. Completely gone. But I loved all of them so far. So that, I don't think I'll get up early to do it because I'm at work in the morning, but that's ready. And next week I get my work Christmas present. They do us like kind of a hampery thing where you get either wine or hot chocolate. I chose hot chocolate because I like hot chocolate. Most people pick wine. And then you get a Christmas pudding, which sometimes I end up with a few because in most of the world, people do not like Christmas puddings, particularly my Eastern European friends. So they're like, oh, take this. Like, stack them all up. Me and my dad will eat that, thank you very much. And there's like the store used to sell real gold bullions, which are like bars of gold. I think they were £20,000 the last time I checked. And you can buy them and sell them in order to make a profit. Anyway, they make a chocolate Toblerone version. I can't be honest, I'd really rather have the Toblerone version than the money one anyway, than the real gold. Because edible. Although how many of the Toblerone ones you could buy? But still, if someone said, which one do you want? I would very naively be like, oh, that one would be nice, but I'm hungry. Please, can I eat the snack? Anyway, that's in there as well. So that's always a good day. I can't wait to go and collect that. I don't think they're going to send it. And there was no tree. I was bereft. No big tree. We had a good walk, and the hot chocolate was particularly good in Starbucks. It was some weird, you get these Christmas selections. Like Costa does some gingerbread one and the Black Forest Gâteau hot chocolate. Oh, in Costa, very good. But I think maybe it was chocolate truffle or something. I can recommend. So yeah, quick sock update, because I'm trying to keep these little short, dynamic videos so that the week goes quite quickly for you with a few videos. Look at that. It's so cute. I'm really happy, and I'm just now doing a plain flap. I was just going to go to sleep, but now I'm looking at that and thinking, oh, I could do a couple more rows on that flap. Get a bit of that flap done. I don't think I have anything else to tell you, to be honest. I'm very excited for Christmas tomorrow. I ordered my Christmas presents today. I had to order a few little things for a little boy, my cousin. So he paints these Warhammer figures, so he's got one of those and the paints that go with it, so that was good. And I buy him comics monthly, so he really enjoys that every year. I mean, it's not very expensive, and he gets something in the post. Getting post as a child, best thing ever. Has his name on it and everything, comes through the letterbox, so that was good. I'm gonna get a little cheese hamper for my aunt and uncle, because I don't know what to get them individually this year, and I know they'll enjoy that. An edible gift is always a good idea. If you know someone enjoys a particular thing, I think the edible gifts are the way to go, because you don't need to worry about someone liking it. There's no tat around that you don't know what to do with at the end of the year, which is always a risk. That's going to be good. I just need to order that, and I told them it will come early, because with the post being what it is, you just cannot guarantee. And Jason, I did order him some pyjama bottoms. I hope he fingers crossed they meet his very specific criteria. Now, to you and me, a pyjama bottom is just a pyjama bottom, but to Jason, there is a whole list of criteria, and it must have everything on the list or it's a complete fail. So fingers crossed. They are Marks and Spencer, and you know how much I trust that the tried and true M&S brand. I am a loyal customer, especially with pyjama bottoms and with underpants. You cannot go wrong. Also, why are underpants and socks frowned upon for Christmas gifts. I think they're wonderful. Jason always complains when I buy him pants and socks for Christmas, but as soon as he starts wearing them, I see his jovial smile when he puts on his fresh underpants. There is nothing as good as walking around that day with a fresh pair of brand new socks and brand new pants. You don't have to admit it. You don't have to admit it. But I know it's true. I can see the dimples in his smile. And I don't even have dimples, but if I was wearing new pants and socks, I'd have dimples too. I'll see you again tomorrow for Advent. Hi there, girlies. I have finished work and eaten a curry for dinner, which was real good. And I've been waiting all day to open this. It's looking a little bit tatty because I shoved it in my suitcase. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. Little ball of yarn. So I am going to cast this on. I got my needles. It's already the evening. It's 8 o'clock already. I went from having all the time in the world to having no time at all. But that's all right. A little bit of knitting every day and sock update. Oh, look. All the leg is done. The heel, I did just a plain stockinette heel, flap and turn. And now I'm doing the decreases. Fantastic. Ooh. Bomb. So we are on track for these to be wrapped up on Christmas Eve in very good time. They are significantly longer than any of my socks. I've got a pair here. So if this is a pair of my socks, Jason's socks, much longer. Like more than even just the cuff, a lot longer. That would be really uncomfortable for me because my calves, I would have to start like adding some extra stitches, I think. Not a problem for him, so hopefully that is long enough. I should write the measurements of what people's sock requirements are. When I knit my own socks, no matter where I am, if I am at work, if I'm at home, if I'm on a train, if I am in a restaurant and I was knitting, I would take off my shoe and I would put on the sock. I'd pull the cable so that the needles were out and I would put on the sock and I would see how far I was. I mean, obviously not at this stage, at the stage where the toe is an imminent event. And I would pop it on right there in front of other people and I would measure it, which in hindsight, thinking about it now, is very weird. It's very weird. And that sounds I'm sure that sounds weird to you too. But when I'm in the sock moment, my option is to check the situation of the foot or not finish and put it away. And I'm not putting it away. So I will whip out a sock with a foot. But Jason isn't here. So I think I should write those measurements down. It's just sensible, isn't it? Save it on my phone and have them always with me. Note to self. And also, if I did my own measurements, I wouldn't have to whip feet out. If I put a glove on in front of somebody, that's not strange. But if I put a sock on, Suddenly we're in strange category. No. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Oh, such a long day. That's my first full day. That went really, really well. Artificial lights are difficult to deal with on my eyes. That's the only complaint that I have. When you have not worked in an environment with, you know, those like strip lights, the ones that are really... I just have lamps. I'm a lamp person. I don't want all the lights glaring at me. I like, you know, light, nice soft light, but obviously in a working environment, it needs to look the same from morning till night. So, you know, really powerful lights. That is my only complaint. Other than that, really good. Not loads of people. Nice distance away. Everything's cleaned regularly. Feeling really positive about that. And yeah, I'll show you my progress when I begin this one. It's very, very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And I still need to drink my cup of tea, so maybe I will tuck myself up of the evening on this day bed, which is also my night bed, but it's an IKEA day bed, and enjoy them both. It is nice at the end of the day to have a treat. You see, I could have opened that in the morning, but this meant that I looked forward to it throughout the day. And once the project is started, I can get some momentum going. Yum. I can't wait to get a little pile of them, you know, all the different colours just all popping up. I check in with you tomorrow. Hello everybody. I recorded absolutely nothing yesterday because I went to work, and when I got home I was very late and I was absolutely exhausted. I ate a frozen pizza that I bought on the way home and carried it in my hand. Didn't even get a bag. Clutched it on the way home, cooked it, eat it, and then I fell asleep straight away. I still had my makeup on and that was it. Absolutely cream crackered. But never mind, it was a good day. First day, the store I work in was open. There was a couple of clients for fittings. We were quite busy. Everyone was really kind to me, and they didn't need to be, but they were. And yeah, I got one client come at the end of the day, so I stayed a little while longer just to make sure everything was sorted. Someone stayed with me, and brilliant. That was a brilliant day. It's really nice when you have your first proper day at work and it all goes smoothly. Had a few hiccups here and there just because my phone wasn't working. My work phone, so I've got to get that sorted. But in general, nice and smooth sailing. Getting back into the swing of things. Just getting used to travelling and whatnot, so life is a bit different, but everyone's been so good at wearing masks and social distancing, so I'm really happy. I feel so much more confident And I think we've split up in the room into bubbles as well, so that we don't have like cross-contamination within our own room. So it's going swimmingly so far. I did not even open my advent calendar yesterday, and I love my advent calendar. So I have got today 2 teas to drink, or I can always keep one to the side and take it to work with me. Number 3. Ooh. Rooibos herbal tea with cloves, cinnamon, cardamom, garlic, turmeric, and echinacea. No, it's only 3% garlic. Ooh. I don't think we're going to be able to taste the garlic though. I'm not impressed by that ingredient. And day 2, organic green tea with garcinia. Don't know what that is. Cinnamon, ginseng, and acai berry. I definitely overbrewed the day 1 tea. It was a white tea, and you do get a little bit of bitterness if you brew tea too long, which is why I usually brew it very gently, quickly, whatever. Anyway, 2 teas ready to go. Day 2 and 3. I've not done very much Christmassy things, but next week I will. I'm going to do my Christmas stockings next week. I've ordered all my Christmas presents nearly. The only thing I have left to get is something for my dad, and I'm going to buy him some nice cheeses and charcuterie. So that's going to be good. Let's open. Oh, that's my dad. He went and got a haircut. Oh, I better go check out the haircut. The haircut was all good. So I've started The Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. This is the throw. And that's all day 1 yarn of the Beehive Yarn Advent calendar. It's a brownish tan colour with a pinkish mahogany together. And it's so pretty. And seeing it was as it was fairy tale themed, I just popped on just a really old stitch marker of a rose, which makes me think of Beauty and the Beast. Now, you start somewhere in this region with this pattern, and you're making in essence a little tab which you then pick up stitches from and create this lovely corner. And I don't know how well it comes across on camera, to be honest, but in person you've got this beautiful I-cord edging which goes through the bottom also, and it's equally beautiful and the same on both sides. Now, it is beautiful. The whole thing is beautiful, and it will be beautiful. Doing this small starting tab corner blew my tiny little brain cell into a million pieces. It may have been because I was tired. I don't want to say the pattern is not spectacular, because it is. It was clear, it was concise, but I had not done anything of this construction before, so there were no images, and I actually had no idea what it was meant to look like or what I was trying to create. It didn't describe that we were starting off a tab that would have I-cord. It just began. It just began, and it was every single instruction I had to pay attention to, and I was so completely and utterly baffled. But I did it the first time. I managed it the first time. It's done. It's beautiful. It's even. If it wasn't, would have been my fault anyway, not the pattern's fault. But it turned out wonderfully. Now these stripes of eyelet are absolutely darling. Oh yes, so nice, so nice. I'm really pleased. Because I have a tight tension, I'm using a 3.5. Because I have a loose tension, I'm using a 3.5mm needle, which is smaller than the recommended. But for me, that tension is coming out perfectly. It's got a nice floaty looseness. There's no stiffness to it at all. I know you can't see it with something so small, but next week when it's bigger, I can move it around a little bit more for you to see. I'm so happy with that. So I need to add in day 2. I will add them in order, regardless of if I like the order or not. I don't know. That's lovely as well. Another beautiful autumnal colour, kind of chestnutty, speckled, beautiful yarn. There we go. Yeah, really beautiful. It's got a lovely sheen to it as well. That's what I would call a chestnut anyway. And the third day, oh, very nice. Oh, it's not really coming, they look so similar. This is significantly deeper and richer, and that one has some more golden tones to it. It's not coming across whatsoever. You will just have to take my word for it, but that is very deep and dark, very like the bark on a tree. Great depth. So I'm thinking it's going to be fading from light to darker. Maybe they'll be incorporating in some other colours. I'm really happy that so far it's a fade. Really happy. So just admiring my little yarns. I've also just balled up my Stray Cat mini. That must be 40 or 50 grams. I don't have my scales to measure it, but my Stray Cat yarn. Joyeux Noël from New Zealand. Not this mini, but the yarn that it goes with, the striping, is the most expensive yarn I've ever bought, because obviously it's on the other side of the planet, the country of origin. So by the time I paid the delivery and the customs and the yarn, it ended up being very, very expensive. But I kept it in my stash for a few years, and now it does not upset me in the slightest that I paid that. I'm not saying it's not worth buying things from far away. I just think if I were to do that again, I would not buy one skein. I would make a multi-order with multiple things from the same company, or even make an order with somebody else, and maybe we could then split the shipping and things, because I think it was the customs that did it. The customs was a lot. Sorry, it's just over. The matching skein is just wrapped around the edge of my bed, half balled up. It's 3 o'clock now. I already met my uncle for a walk. We walked along our common a few times, just all the way around. There's some exercise. Then I went into the town and I bought some tights. How dull a purchase. But my belly doesn't fit into any of my tights now. They end up rolling down and I end up like a droopy drawers. Who wants to be a droopy drawers? So this evening, when my bed linen is finished drying in the dryer, I'm going to tuck up for the rest of the day and try and, if I don't get up to date with my advent calendar, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But it's the project I want to work on. There is one element of this project I'm not sure about. Now, I know it's difficult for you to see, but it's a striped design on this blanket, and either end of each stripe is these eyelets. You can see them. When I looked at Helen Stewart, when I looked at Helen Stewart's, the longer, when the blanket becomes much bigger, the longer stripes, she's done each stripe a different colour. At the moment, the stripes are very short, so I've been using this one skein. I'm not sure about the yarn distribution. Well, if I keep going until this ball is gone, I'm going to have a massive chunk of this one colour. So I think I won't do much more of this colour. I think I'll put the next colour in to try and I don't want one area really blocked with one colour. And I can either reuse that amount for the other end, because I think I've only used half, less than half. That's a brand new full ball, and that's one that I've used. There's not much in it. Or I can put it in my granny stripe blanket, or I can save it for next year for the Lay Family yarn swap, because I'm sure that somebody would love to swap. And you only have to keep back 5 grams. I'll just check on that maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll try and keep back some of the yarn. Keep back 5 grams of each one. It is really fun doing an advent yarn swap. I didn't do it this year just because I couldn't promise that I would be able to fulfill the commitment, and the thought of someone sending me something and me not being able to send out my package in time horrifies me, to let somebody down. So I decided not to do it. And I feel confident and much better for it. Anyway, I have whittled away today. I'm going to get this started and maybe I'll have my garlic tea. It's got garlic. Why would you put garlic in it? Presumably because of the turmeric and the echinacea. This is actually a health benefit type tea. Because echinacea is good if you're coming down with something. Turmeric has antibacterial qualities, and so does garlic. And then all the other stuff, the clove and the cinnamon, just masks the yucky flavour. I am very interested to try this tea. If it's horrible, I don't have to drink it. Ooh. I forgot that. Okay, I'm going to sit and watch something whilst it rains really heavily outside. See you tomorrow, or maybe later today. Friday today. I didn't oversleep. I woke up early, but I've stayed in bed knitting a little bit longer than I should have. I'm adding in the green. Today is green. Where's the green? I want to show you. Oh, almost down the crack in the bed. Anyway, it's like a dark foresty, deep in the woods kind of green. Beautiful. And I made myself that weird garlic tea. So bad. It's but it's not garlic bad, it's oh no, it's not the garlic tea. That's why I don't like it. It's green tea. Green tea is not my favourite. Never mind. I'm still gonna drink it. It's warming and festive anyway. Kinda. No, I can't save the flavour. I can't save the flavour. It's like having those Bertie Bott's every flavour jelly beans, and you can get so many delicious flavours, and then you get mud flavour or vomit flavour. Oh. But you still eat them. It's all part of the fun, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to get ready for work, and I need to remember to make a sandwich. Make a sandwich just in case. Bring the roast chicken my dad made the other day. It's so much better bringing food with me. Like, massively so much better. See you later.